just wanted to see if I could get y'all side by side and y'all talk about from the past. You talked to me earlier about the Eccles that you remember, and then how many grandchildren, and start with your names maybe, and then.
Well, my grandfather was Timothy Davis Eccles. My father was George Duncan Eccles. His mother was a Duncan, and so a lot of the longevity there comes from the Duncan side of the family. We have 5 children. We've been married 63 years. We have 20 grandchildren and 31 great-grandchildren that we know of. I think there's one more on the way. Is that right? One more that we know of.
How soon is that going to be?
February.
February?
Yeah. That'd be the 4th boy in that family.
Yeah.
Wow. I think they were wanting a girl.
And that's the 31st great-grandchild? Or
that'll be the 32nd.
32nd. Wow.
And the Olivia, our granddaughter of that family, married a Hispanic boy. He's a fine young man, he's a young preacher. And so they're bilingual, raising those boys. I think they're going to be able to speak Spanish and English. And he works on at the market there with my son Judah. It's Judah's daughter that married.
And Judah and I are about the same age. I was born in '63.
Yeah, Judah's born in '65.
65.
Let's see. A lot of our family work in the market one way or another, and some of them have in the past and moved on. But that market has been there 38 years, and it's just really grown into.
Wow.
It's a tourist destination too. We have the corn maze, and we do school group tours, and have tour buses stop a lot. And
that's a blessing.
We're growing 300 acres of fruits and vegetables on the farm scattered up and down here on these ridges. This is a higher ridge we live on. The Chattahoochee River's on that side. Savannah River's way over yonder on that side. Yeah. So we live up on the high ridges here in northeast Georgia.
Yeah, that's amazing. We're actually going to, if you let us, we're going to maybe drive back how we came, and I just want to videotape out the side of the window of your farm.
Okay.
And then around the...
Yeah, you remember where to turn there right before you get to the peach trees.
Yep.
Turn that little gravel road.
She said she remembers.
Yeah.
Well, when you get to the gazebo on the hilltop there, if you'll stop there, there's...
Just pull in.
I don't think the clouds are covering the lower end of the Blue Ridge Mountains is just right there. And you on a real cool morning, just reach out and touch those mountains. It is really scenic.
Sometimes in the wintertime, you can see snow on the Blue Ridge.
On
those
back
mountains.
On the higher peaks.
Not here, but there.
Somewhere back on those ridges is the highest mountain in Georgia is Brasstown Ball. It's about 60 miles as the crow flies, I guess, so maybe 75 miles as the crow flies across there.
Yeah. You know how high it is, you remember?
It's 4,700 feet above sea level.
Yeah. That's over twice what the highest point in Alabama is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, now you live in Alabama?
Mm-hmm. Decatur, Alabama.
Yeah, Decatur, okay. That's northeast?
Yeah, it's practically directly north, about 69 miles of Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Centered right between Birmingham and Nashville.
Yeah. We visited an apple orchard out there called Crow Mountain. It's a little, I think the address was Fackler, Alabama.
Fackler, I'm not sure about that.
Anyhow, it's up 1,800 feet above sea level, up on the mountain top there. Yeah. It was really interesting, Crow Mountain Orchard. Yeah. I didn't know there was an apple orchard in Georgia, and they'd sent some apples to the market. I mean, in Alabama. So we drove out there. We won't just see an apple orchard in Alabama.
That's true.
Well, folks, when I was getting ready to come up here, folks were telling me, well, you got to stop and get some apples, because all the apples are real good up there. And I thought, well, okay, we'll find a place for apples. Little did I know I was going to be buying apples from one of my relatives. So I'm going to get some today.
Well, we're on the southern fringe of apple growing region. We're just barely able. We don't grow many because
Too warm.
climate's
Is it?
warm. So there's no commercial orchards south of us.
Okay.
And north, Blue Ridge, Georgia, and Valley, Georgia, there's quite a few orchards, but it's not huge like it is up north.
Now, what all do you grow?
We grow over 100 acres of peaches, and the next biggest crop acreage is pumpkins. We grow over 100 acres of pumpkins, and some fields are double crop. We'll grow like strawberries and then follow that with pumpkins. We grow about 20 acres. You pass some of the newly planted strawberries. It looks pretty rough right now, but there's 300,000 strawberry plants scattered around over the farm. And
That's the most expensive.
that is the most labor-intensive and expensive crop we grow, and the highest risk. It's also the highest return if you can hit on it. They fruit in late March, April, and May into June. And peaches are 4 months from June, July, August, September. We grow a few apples, maybe 5 acres of apples. You saw some of them. And of course they're already picked mostly. We grow a few grapes, mostly muscadines, coconut type grapes. The bunch grapes like Concord did not do well here either. We got a few, but they don't do well. We grow some vegetables, some okra and beans and squash and cucumbers, a few things like that. Some years we grow watermelons. We used to grow cantaloupes. We stopped that the last few years. I want us to get back into it, but because we can really grow great cantaloupes, but they don't. There's a lot of food safety issues with cantaloupes, and maybe one or two other things that we grow some of.
It's an amazing operation. It's amazing just to look at it. There's a place down south of us in Falkville, Alabama, called Champion Farms, and we went down and visited their place because I love tomatoes, and they had a big tomato thing going on, and we went down there and saw theirs, and we thought that was a big deal, but it wasn't anywhere close to what you got. You got a huge operation.
We've tried to grow tomatoes, and we've not been really successful at it. I don't know whether it's just a niche location here that just don't do real well, or whether we don't know how to do it. But they're very labor intensive too, and so we're buying tomatoes. Generally, we can get them from 50 miles or so, in the range around 50 miles or so.
My uncle, the one I told you that he got scouted by the Oak Ridge Boys Quartet to be their bass singer. He ended up being that gospel quartet singer. He's been supplying me with tomatoes this summer too. He gave me about 70 or 80 something tomatoes out of his garden. He loves it. He likes to grow them just to be able to give them away.
We encourage the neighbors to grow them and bring them in, local. So we have quite a few that come in with their buckets and baskets of homegrown tomatoes or okra, beans.
The market is year-round. We sell them year-round, so our crops are all seasonal, of course. But in the wintertime, we have citrus and pecans and nuts and winter vegetables and so forth. We sell all year round. We do a lot of Christmas baskets and stuff like that.
That's good.
So it works out pretty well. My grandson came back to work with us, Drew. I've got 2 grandsons that work there, Jeremy and Drew, both Eccles boys, and Drew's outside on the farm managing the harvest and doing a lot of wholesale selling and manages the corn maze. Jeremy's in the market there with Judah, managing apple sales and pumpkin sales and so
That's something. That's something.
So,
nice to have your family
for sure.
together.
And we've already turned it over to them. They basically own it now.
I mentioned a while ago when we bought that farm, joining the farm here. Some of the farm here is over 100 years old. But it was just trees like you see all around now. But we never dreamed of a highway being back there. It was spring of
when we bought that
'65.
track where the market is, there was no highway there. And
That changed everything.
It changed everything. 'Cause we were selling here about 10 weeks a year.
Just seasonal.
Just seasonal, just mostly peaches. And when we knew the highway was coming, we began to think about building a market out there because we knew this highway, the traffic would diminish greatly, and it's not even 10% of what that highway is over there now.
Yeah.
But
And that was one reason for going with the name Jaemor, not just Eccles, because there was other families.
So J stands for Jimmy. A,
Jimmy Allen Eccles.
and then
MOR is from Morrison.
Her last name.
M-A-R.
M-O-R.
M-O-R?
Morrison.
There were 3 Eccles orchards in the community at the time. That was going to be the 4th location, and there was already a lot of confusion. My cousins and uncle and cousins had the orchards, and they're all pretty much named Eccles orchards, but they were separate operations. So we thought when we opened that market, it's got to have a different name. So we came up with that.
But it's very
It's been
it's
real
significant.
good that we
Yeah.
did.
Right, and
Yeah.
it's real unique, and everybody remembers that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, it's nice to talk with y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing this. I never expected to be able to do this, especially when you said you could play like that. I was like, I got to try to get him to play for me.
And I was trying
Well,
to
the old Orion's a lot of fun. You got to work, to play it, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is Jimmy Eccles in Alto, Georgia. Yeah. At the Jaemor Farms in Alto, Georgia.